Alright, looks like we're going to be heading out for another adventure today. It's me solo, and I'm going to a spot that I went to back in October of this year. Today is December 30th, 2022, and it's about 59, 60 degrees outside. So the place where I'm trying to go is going to be called Snooper's Rock. The reason why it's called Snooper's Rock is because apparently during the Prohibition era, cops used to go up there and snoop on other individuals who they may have thought that were violating those laws and regulations back then during Prohibition era. So let's go for the journey. And again, like I looked up, there was no hunting going on this game reserve, so I'm hoping that I can still get in. But if not, then at least it'll be a nice ride through Suck Creek up the mountain. So along the way, there's two washouts too, and I think that they were pretty close to finishing one, but there's two stoplights. This is the only road, or only mountain road, that has two stoplights on it due to having washouts that have occurred. So we're starting off in Soddy Daisy. It's about a 49-minute trip to go 29 miles. The last 6.5 miles is on dirt or gravel road, and you'll see why it's kind of not the greatest spot for especially somebody in a car. Anyway, we're starting off in Soddy Daisy. Let's go ahead and go, and we'll be there shortly. Well, shortly in about an hour. All right, we're at the corner of Harrison Lane and Dayton Pike in Soddy Daisy. I just left the Walmart there, which is where I started the film, and we'll be taking 27 going south towards Chattanooga. Not sure what's going on here at the intersection, but that's kind of weird. According to the GPS, it's 12 miles before we make a next turn onto Signal Mountain, which will be 127 north, and then we go through Suck Creek. And as you look at the view up ahead, you'll see a lot of the mountains, Signal Mountain, and I'm not sure what the other ones are called, but here in Soddy Daisy, they got there's another mountain here other than Signal Mountain. I can't think of the name. I can't pronounce the name. But you'll see the view as we get closer down there. So, which is the view I take home every night when I leave work, because I work downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then if you look over here off to the right, you'll see a lot of those mountains, and I think that's all part of the formation of Signal Mountain, but it may be its own mountain, because so like I said, Soddy Daisy, the mountain's called, it starts with an M, M-O-W-B-A-B-R-A-Y, Mowbrow Mountain, I don't know. There's also 2 parking lots here at Snoopers Rock, and I will be parking in the upper one and then walking a quarter mile to get to the lower one where you can actually look at this the overlook or whatever. And the reason why, that's even if I can get in there, I didn't see anything online saying that there was hunting, is because that lower parking lot doesn't seem like a parking lot to me. It actually looks like a trail. However, they say you can fit 6 cars back there, and I've seen Jeeps back there. The last time we were here, there was 6 Jeeps and 5 Jeeps and 1 car back there. But I don't know how that car got back there, considering there's major ruts and everything. I mean, it is not vehicle friendly. However, if you got a big Jeep, then yeah, you would be fine on there because it's all terrain. But an SUV or a car, not gonna happen. I don't even know how that car got out of there. But yeah, so we're coming up on Dayton Pike and 153 again. Dayton Pike is where I just got off of back there before I got on the 120 or before I got on the 27. And 153 goes right through the middle of Hickson, Tennessee. And I'm guessing all these people that are getting over are actually going to be turning to the right once they get up here to the exit. So I am going solo today. My wife stayed back because she's cooking a squash, so it's just such a beautiful view when you're driving along here and seeing these mountains like this. So gorgeous. Like I said, I take this way home every night when I leave work, so it's definitely a sight to see. about another 4.5 miles before we make a turn onto Signal Mountain Road. Just passing the exit to get off on Red Bank here. Red Bank goes to the left, and then if you would take that road around to the right, you could run that up to the W Road, up to Signal Mountain. However, like I said, we're getting off on Signal Mountain Road, which is right next to the 127 that goes up to Signal Mountain, I believe is a highway. But we're not going up Signal Mountain, we're going up Suck Creek. Yeah, it's 127 north that goes up Signal Mountain. And if you look at all the other mountains, the big one right there, that's Lookout Mountain. And then you see all the other ones, which is really cool. So, and these aren't the biggest mountains in Tennessee. Gatlinburg holds that for that. So, I think the highest point is like 6,000 feet. I don't even remember what these ones, and like Lookout Mountain's the tallest one here in Chattanooga, and I don't remember what the highest peak up there is. So, Alright. Now we'll end up going about 1.5 miles before we get to the road that's called Suck Creek Road.